Hey, this is Laura King Gelson, and welcome to our weekly Smart Money Expert Tip. So, the tip for this week is just simply this: money is emotional. Money is more emotion than math. So, there are three basic things that we find that really affect our emotional state and being with our money. One of those is impulsiveness. So we're surrounded in a world of media and advertising that are masters at appealing to those desires and to creating those desires that have us go out and wanting and desiring and spending more than maybe what we planned for. Did you know that 25 to 50% of all purchases are unplanned or unnecessary? That's an enormous amount of chunk of our budget that's going places that we didn't plan for or want for. The other thing is that we experience economic hardship, like the loss of a job or a change in the economy, and those things can seriously affect how we feel about our money. And we can be experiencing depression. We can experience loss of control and feeling like we just can't make it. And so a lot of times, because of those feelings, people will take money and buy things because they feel powerful. They may feel like they're in charge, only to long term feel remorse or guilt, knowing that they spent money and took money that they didn't have to spend, and it's creating more stress and hardship in their life. The third thing is just our daily financial obligations. You know, we all feel the burdens of inflation and taxes. Taxes is like the hidden enemy that just eats away at our money, and sometimes we're not really aware of how much that impacts us on a monthly, day-to-day basis. And then we start to feel really resentful because we're working so hard, working and sacrificing to provide and to, have things, and there just never is enough. And so we'll get to those places where we just feel so deprived and in such scarcity that we'll go spend because we deserve it. And the truth is that we do deserve it. And so I'm going to tell you that in your planning with your money, an emotional spending account is critical because we are humans and we do have emotions, and it's just what we do. The difference is it planned or is it not planned? Because if we have a planned emotional spending account, which is just a certain set of money set apart every month, that it's there for you to just blow. And that becomes a critical part of being able to stay on track and be able to keep our budget within the guidelines that we've set. Now, I want to ask you a question, and I'm going to ask you this question, and then I want you to ask yourself this question while you're out shopping or spending. How does it feel? How do you feel? What is the emotional response you get when you're spending money? Because that will tell you a lot about what's going on for you and how that shows up for you. Now, emotional spending, I already said, a good portion of what happens in our budget goes out the door for unplanned and unnecessary things. Well, emotional spending like that, sooner or later, we feel the experience of loss of choice as we become more and more into a survival mode because of the loss of control of our money. That impulsive buying for today takes away our ability to plan and take care of other obligations in the future. And so we have to know and understand that we are at that point of choice when we're in that impulsive, emotionally spending moment. So I want to share an experience I had with you, because a lot of times people will say, if I only had more money. Well, I'm going to tell you that it's not about the amount of money you have, it's how you plan and manage the money that you have. So a few years back, my husband more than doubled his income. Now, we were already making six-figure in income, and so that double was really, really significant. Now, you'd say, hallelujah, this is great, this is the day we've been waiting for, everything would be wonderful. And what we found was that because we didn't have a plan for that money, and we didn't have all the things in place to take care of that and to manage it well, we ended up landing ourselves with a $70,000 IRS tax bill. We experienced anxiety and all kinds of emotion as that manifested in all areas of our life and the things that we've done. So that's a really long story with a lot of moving parts, but the bottom line is it what we didn't have a plan or a system to manage that money. So money is emotional, and so to be able to make it so we can handle it, we need to have systems or plans in place that will take the emotion out of it so we can move forward in a way that will bring us wealth and abundance. So that's your financial money tip for this week, and check us out at Smart Money Expert Academy, where we have more information for you to move you forward and help you create the wealth that you're looking for in your family.